All right, let's look at SPY on the monthly chart. I am going to be watching a couple different things. We've got this trend line right here. We bounced off and held. We are still inside the previous monthly candle, but we have been testing this upper trend line. I'd love to see us break and hold above. That would give us a bull flag break. However, look at these monthly candles right above us. This is so much chop. We struggled for a really long time to clear this area, so we finally rejected. What could happen? We could absolutely reject again and head back down this next week. But let's just see. This is going to be a tricky area to clear. Of course, we have OPEX, so we could just chop. Looking at the weekly, you can really see how many weeks we just struggled in this area. So many tiny weekly candles, so much struggle. Really wanted this break. We finally got a beautiful break to the downside and then bounced right back up. So we are testing that range again. We absolutely could reject. We could push up into it and hang out in that range. Again, it's OPEX, keep that in mind. Looking at the smaller time frame, this is more immediate moves. So we've got a couple different squeezes going on in here. The smaller squeeze on the inside above 683 or below 677 would give us a little bit more direction. We do have this huge gap fill right here that has not been filled quite yet. So if we lose 677, I'm going to be watching for that move on down into this area. Again, we will test this trend line right through here first before we can fill that gap. So keep that in mind. There's a couple tricky areas to get through in order to gap fill. So these are areas I'm going to be looking for. First, a breakout over 683 or under 677. If we get that break from 677, the next one is that trend line at 669 to be mindful of as we can bounce there. Again, it's OPEX. We could see a lot of chop, but these are just the areas that I'm watching for right now to see kind of where we're going, our immediate breakout, and then how we could push or dump and where we could potentially get some bounce or rejection areas. So just be mindful again, looking for the break below 677 and then watching for that major lower trend line here at 669 to see how we respond there.